arenas in one of the finest basketball cities in America. KFC Yum Center tonight. The site for ACC basketball. Number 12 Duke comes calling to take on the Cardinals of Louisville. Two programs linked by high-stakes games. Red hot North Carolina, which won again last night. Roger Ayers, along with Ramey Stallions and Joe Lindsay, our officiating crew. Roger tosses it into the air, and the Blue Devils, with their freshman guards and Mitchell back in the lineup, along with Jeremy Roach, Filipowski inside there, and there is Mitchell making his presence felt almost immediately.
Something we heard a lot about Louisville was just being solid. That wasn't a solid start. Solid is at least make the offense work, take rhythm out of the game on the offensive end with simple defense. Zone just not doing the job.
Starting lineup you just saw for Louisville, the 8th different one they've used this season as Curtis Williams makes his first start, and Brandon Huntley has. And there's his best player, Mike James, with the ball. And Kenny telling us before the game, if I had 5 or 6 Mike James, wouldn't even really care about the positions. We would just go, letting fly from the corner. And there's a 3-ball. Pittsburgh, but under 500 on the road. And there is Mitchell, and Mitchell has both. Shot clock getting down toward 5. There's Huntley Hatfield working through a couple of Blue Devils, and a look for Clark from the corner, and another 3-ball, and this is
the 3 in transition. How many times I got taken out of the game for doing that?
You would have loved playing for me, John, because I'm all about letting that thing fly. Here's Filipowski on the business end, and a great look from Roach.
Makes good decisions, has good instincts.
Steal by McCain. Caleb Foster goes strong, and it won't go. Clark comes away with it for Louisville, and here come the Cardinals.
Those are the things that hurt you more than you know. When
one thing they have done exceptionally well is get to the free throw line, as Williams makes 1 of 2.
Are you close to saying they make a lot of them too? So
they shoot it well. Yes. They get to the line and they shoot it well.
You shouldn't want to say it and jinx them like you did. It's okay.
So we're already starting with that. You're believing that the announcer jinx. How about the lack of an announcer? They're looking for hope and progress. Josh Hurd, the athletic director, has, talked about trying to stack up some positive moments. Not going to make a decision based on one game, win or lose, which is a wise way to look at it. As the Blue Devils get a 3-ball from Jared quickly, so that you don't sort of fall into the malaise of feeling like you're not going to be able to turn it around.
Yeah, and a place without the history, meaning a place that isn't Louisville, a place that isn't UCLA, as Sky Clark gets another one. It's easier to define what progress really is. Here, progress is wins. Yep. That's the hardest thing. Progress is outcome.
Tyrese Proctor back into the game for the first. He's part of a national championship team here. He was part of winning teams at Kentucky, certainly, and at Oregon as well. Has a great love for this place.
Right, he has to consider the weapons and use the space that he has.
Huntley Hatfield can't finish off a really good feed from Clark.
I'm telling you, have Proctor and Jeremy Roach, this is too easy.
What a pass from Filipowski.
Hoocha.
Mike James looking to Williams. Here's Trey White, transfer from USC. Pull up at the bucket.
And Trey White's been really good since coming back from injury. He's been consistent, but again, going back to, you can get production as an individual, but until the team starts to find it, this might be another, till the team starts to have the discipline that you need to be solid, which is what Kenny Payne
told us this morning, that they want to get him more involved, and he was going to Williamson's program record for standing vertical leap.
That's pretty impressive. It's not like beating yours or mine, right?
No, it's not, John.
Beat Reese's 28 inches.
John, I would say that's a firm grasp on the obvious, my friend.
I was like a good athlete in high school. Then I realized everybody was like that.
McCain just picked up his 2nd foul, and Jared, who last 9 games has just played outstanding basketball, averaging 16 points per game, shooting 50% from the floor.
Well, you don't really become a good shooter until you seek it out. That's just the reality. You can be a good shooter by making some shots, but there's something different when you seek it out with confidence. It changes the deep, or just running their stuff. If it's not the first option, they progress through it, and then that's how you build the continuity with the personnel on the floor.
Louisville showing him a little zone. Luke shoots over the top. There's Stewart with an offensive rebound. Fresh 20 for the Blue Devils. Proctor getting a piece of the paint, and Tyrese there can't get it to go. Stewart fighting Huntley Hatfield. Brandon pulls it away, and here come the Cardinals. Sky Clark has been off to a good start tonight. Good offensive follow. Huntley Hatfield with the bucket. Sky Clark sporting a new do tonight.
It's a different look.
It's worked well for it. He'll continue on if he keeps his pace up. He's already hit a couple of threes. And a good pass. And the foul was called. Mike James turned it over. Number 23, Zan Payne, the son of Kenny Payne, is into the game. Got his first start over the weekend against Wake Forest. Played 17 minutes. Young got trapped along the baseline. Now Duke swings it to Mitchell. Louisville much more active on defense than they have been early. Proctor has a look from three, and he buries it.
Yeah, that's the thing.
As we hit the 10-minute mark. Payne, extra pass. Now Zan's got another look and thinks better of it. Crowd wanted him to let it fly. And along the baseline, Tyler Johnson, the freshman, scoring. And off the inbounds, Louisville forces a turnover. Payne's on the floor, and he calls a timeout. That's the kind of energy that this Yum Center...
Different actions, or maybe 4 different counters for one action. Explore things and develop some continuity that way.
Proctor, again. Tyrese Proctor.
Play, this is how they cover it. Here's your counter, make the adjustment and play. That's something I think Duke could do very well.
But Proctor found his man in the corner, and Roach knocked it down. An assist-to-turnover ratio, not great in that category Saturday. Exceptional so far tonight. 9 assists, only 3 turnovers. Clark misses. Filipowski got shoved in the back, no call, and Huntley Hatfield's there to put it.
Passes and flare screens are some of the tougher things to cover in the game today, the way you're trying to take away the 3 and take away the paint.
Filipowski particularly strong in
yes.
Like that.
Skips.
Proctor in the lane. He'll go to the free throw line. Foul is called on Caleb Glenn, the freshman from right here in Louisville. Largely thanks to those 2 guys, is Proctor.
He doesn't sweat coming off the bench. He's going to play his thing and do his...
By the way, for Kentucky and Arkansas.
Are you inviting me? Is that what...
If you'd like to come,
sure.
Always welcome.
Pay your own dime.
Jeremy Roach knocks down the 3, and Roach has come back and picture form his options.
And just know what those options are and be instinctual enough to get to them quickly.
There's another skip. Foster's back into the game. You know, it was about this point a little bit earlier in the first half against Wake Forest Saturday that Wake went on a 3-point shooting barrage and can't get it to go, and here comes Roach. And Jeremy will go to the free throw line, come out, and expect that you're going.
To me, on the basketball floor are long skips and long closeouts. If you can force space, if he could do that defensively without fouling, that's remarkable.
Another skip pass and the extra one. Hines McCain in the corner. He couldn't get it to go. And now James on the run. Takes Proctor to the bucket. And Stewart blocks it with that vertical leap. But it's a goaltend. James almost stepped out of bounds on the sideline. There's a strong move from the freshman Johnson. A couple of weeks ago, got down big, got back within 5 in the second half before the Tar Heels pulled away. And Filipowski can't find the range. And Louisville trying to go on a mini run here. James lines up a 3, and there it is. Easy for a while, and Louisville, to its credit, answered with a 7-0 run.
They've gotten good shots, but they haven't had good rhythm in those shots, almost as if the open looks came too easy. They got to move it a little bit, create a good rhythm, and start to build something again here to close out the first half.
And there's Mitchell Strong, and 1. A transfer, Final Four team last year. Miami continuing his career here. Overpowered by Mitchell, and the lead's back to 14.
When was the last time you said that? Took the red shirt.
Yeah.
Fought the NCAA and got eligibility. That's what they did.
Huntley Hatfield wanting the kisser. Huntley Hatfield now with 8.
Well, this is what I want to see what Duke does. I mean, where do you get to what you like? That's a good shot. Hard to say no to that. I just feel they can get one.
7-footer will bring it into the front court himself. Surprised Mitchell a little. There is a what?
A skip pass.
Proctor couldn't get it to go. How about Filipowski now? Saves it to Mitchell. Strong to the basket, and Mark will go to the free throw line. Tyler Johnson, that's his 3rd. What a return for Mark Mitchell tonight. Missed that loss to Pittsburgh, have combined for 22 points in the first half. Sky Clark finds a little room. Clark now has 8. Caleb Foster, pretty quiet first half, gets his own miss. Now Roach lines up a long one, that's no good.
He's grimacing a bit.
Clark finds a little room. Huntley Hatfield knocks down the mid-range jumper. 3 last year. Been coming into his own over his last 9 games, averaging over 14 points and about 8 boards, and he's on track for that tonight. Proctor working on Trey White. Ill-advised pass. Here comes Sky Clark, who kind of stumbled in there and anywhere he could find it. Clark misses the front end of the 1-and-1. He's controlled by the Blue Devils, but Louisville not out of it. They've continued to fight back, showing some grit, down by a dozen. See if they can get a stop here. Filipowski messes off the front of the rim, and Kyle's had a little bit of an up and down shooting night, and Louisville can get the last shot. Filipowski switches, Clark goes by him, and Sky will go to the free throw line. Sky's missed a copy and app. Clark finds his customary range. Gets one. It's an 11-point lead as Duke will try to get a shot off. Long pass in. And instead, Clark will heave it from half court, and it's a little bit wide left. A little bit of a sloppy end to this. Go to the bench. Clark finds wide open. Right again from the corner. This time he's got it. Trey White.
The rim, which I love, but you can still earn that. And I'm going to tell you, they're more apt to call that because of what they took away at the rim.
Nice. There's White scoring his 2nd straight bucket, by the way. A lot of time here, but this is an example of what Shire was talking about, showing maturity when a team makes a run at you, and it's the type of thing that Louisville needs to kind of be a cornerstone and a building block, and Mark Mitchell.
Not the most vocal guy either. I always think that's a challenge. I mean, where does that vocal leadership come from? Yikes.
Aaron McCain off the side of the backboard. Here comes Clark. No call as Proctor hits the deck. Open look from James. How about White skying for the offensive board? Here comes James. Strong move inside. He'll go to the free throw line. Free throw shooter at 81%. Nothing but net. And all the highlights and the coverage.
You chase on one end, and here you see Duke kind of setting up in another man. You chase on one end, you force on the other. That's kind of what it's been here to start the second as Louisville just continues to pick them apart.
As we've mentioned, Kenny Payne under a lot of heat here. They could pull off a game like this. It would go a long way toward alleviating some of it. Shot clock right at the end, and Clark gets the bucket. It's a 3-point game. The belief and an intensity. Caleb Glenn, number 10's into the game, playing some aggressive defense. Here's Proctor. Driving inside is McCain, and the whistle, and there would be a foul. McCain just takes the moment. That's it home. Watching his young backcourt counterparts trying to fight off this game-aggressive Louisville team. Here's Williams. Good look to White. White puts it up. Huntley Hatfield with a follow. Filipowski tries to quiet the crowd. Proctor will try it, and he's got it.
He was set.
I think there's no question about that. That is a break for Duke.
Just accepting that perspective has something to do with it.
Yeah. Mitchell, thank you very much.
All right, so Duke got back.
Working inside. Filipowski, a little bit of a tough night shooting the basketball. On his 3 of 9. There's White driving and scoring. Trey White.
That's going to be a switch or not. Confusion often leads to an opportunity for the offense.
Sky Clark defending that roll man, and Proctor goes right down the boulevard. Tyler Johnson, the freshman, back in, number 4 for Louisville. Here's White. Now here's James. Sky Clark driving again, gives it up to Huntley Hatfield. Excellent ball movement. James wants it back, wants to attack in transition. Filipowski there to cut him off for the moment. James driving, whistle, and you're starting to see some frustration. Over 18 points per game.
Yeah, it's deject, but at some point you've got to look at the rest of the guys on the floor and say who's going to team yet. Who that's got to be, I'm not sure.
James hits 1 of 2 from the 3 free throw lines in a 5-point game. Filipowski using that pivot foot brilliantly, and Kyle Filipowski.
Good coach answers. Coming out of timeout, you need to find something you can build on, but also get Kyle Filipowski in the game. Go to your best player and go let him make a play.
He's just 4 of 12 from the floor tonight, but Duke will need him down the stretch. Strong move inside, and Mike James will go back to the free throw line.
Skip passes, long closeout.
Made just 5 of them, now 6 throws, 3rd in free throw attempts. And with Duke now at 16 fouls, it might be an opportunity for Louisville to continue one of his strong suits and drive the basketball. Strong suit for the Blue Devils tonight.
You start to help up, right? On the slip, you've got to help over. Skip pass, open, look for Duke.
Another drive and another drawn foul.
Ready, it's a high percentage 3. How about on this end, though? Just drive it.
Yep.
How are we going to win? Drive it.
Drive the
basketball.
basketball.
Make them foul you. Move it if you don't have.
Highest percentage night from the floor. He does have 4 assists.
Shot clock. They learn the game probably a little bit better, or at least have a better feel for the game because of that. A lot of high school kids don't develop that until you get to college because you finally start playing with shot clocks.
Proctor to the bucket again. Tyrese Proctor scores again. Proctor now with 20.
I love when they just continue to explore options in the ball screen. You got multiple guys who can slip and roll, other guys getting involved, spacing.
Terrific look from Johnson to find Huntley Hatfield, and he'll go to the foul line.
Principles defensively.
Time Hokies have been very good at home. Huntley Hatfield makes 1 of 2. You know, he's really, and you might have heard he said a bad word. Frustrated by missing that last free throw, but the Cardinals still in it. And he's really been playing well of late. Mitchell, huge size advantage on Johnson, and then couldn't get it to go, gets it back, and this time Johnson will foul him. Johnson, who got caught in that matchup against Mitchell.
They're remarkable. I mean, that means skip passes are going to be there, but at some point you got to give up something that shouldn't be a layup.
That was Zan Payne back into the game. He's made a couple of hustle plays tonight. Johnson can't quite get it to fall, and he'll go back. Surprising, we haven't called his name much tonight. Caleb scoreless.
As if they just want to survive tonight.
As they ready him for stretch run here in Louisville. Stretch run not far from Churchill Downs, and Tyrese Proctor.
It's a surprise they don't call it.
Proctor missed. Shot clock under 10. James finds room.
Telling you.
Kane. Here's Proctor as we head toward the 7-minute mark. Proctor, step back and another bucket. He's got a career.
Man, you created a long closeout, then take the shot, but it can't be massage dribble into tough threes for Louisville to be competitive in this game.
A little bit of a youthful mistake there from Williams, the freshman.
Ooh.
Proctor puts people on the deck and can't get the shot to fall, and it's tipped up and in. Mark Mitchell, double figures. Louisville really needs a bucket. Johnson goes all the way, and that's what they've done well tonight. Johnson goes to the free throw line.
He something to create enough space for him to just beat his guy. You become dangerous.
On it. I think McCain might have gotten away with a little push off. 5 on the shot clock. Filipowski over the top of White. Kyle gets his own, and White got it.
That's a problem.
And he misses. There's it 2 shots. When the foul was called, the crowd believes a mistake was made, and the crowd will now. So Louisville in the home of Muhammad Ali, rope-a-dope all night. Do they have a fighting finish as Huntley Hatfield goes to the line, and he's fouled. 1 of 2 from the free throw line tonight. Now 2 of 3. 1 of 2 again as Mitchell gets some confidence as time goes on. Shot clock inside 9. Filipowski to work.
Wow.
Filipowski the left hand. And the foul for Kyle Filipowski.
Not going to be at his best, and that's also going to want to draw. That's going to be what draws multiple defenders, and then start getting Duke to chase the play a little bit.
Proctor tried to dribble through the double team and is probably. He is now playing with 4. Proctor, who's done everything well except shoot free throws tonight. Duke gets another chance as Stewart gets the offensive rebound, and Proctor will settle things down.
Look, I overuse the word rhythm, but the reality is when you create a good rhythm with ball movement on the offensive end, you make a higher percentage of free throws too.
Filipowski against Trey White, gets in the paint, and he's fouled by White. Let's have a double-double. He has 13 rebounds, and that's his drought that you saw. Louisville has stayed within striking.
Again, go back to it. You've got to attack. Use Huntley Hatfield, but if he's just going to occupy the block, it actually hurts you.
Guy Clark uses the window, and the field goal drought's over in their back. There's a little crowd behind us really giving it to the officials about that last one. McCain from the corner, and a big shot from Jared McCain.
Put the emphasis on Proctor and Kyle Filipowski.
James Strong to the bucket, and he'll go to the free throw line. Assist, and he just picked up his 4th foul on this end as
Foul.
James hits them both. Back to Devils will be patient. McCain hands it to Mitchell. That was almost a dangerous pass.
Yep.
Hand off to McCain, turns the corner. McCain to the bucket, He scores again. He's made a couple of big ones. Gotten it, he would have let it fly.
We haven't gotten to that time and score portion of the development yet.
Filipowski all the way. Really active, another double-double tonight. Clark. Huntley Hatfield has it back, and he'll get a chance for a 3-point play. Blue Devils have a tough game coming up back in Cameron against Clemson on Saturday. And a road game at Virginia Tech before
the radio. No one was in attendance.
Peter really answered the bell tonight. Proctor with 24 points, 4 assists, and a handful of really big shots when Louisville was challenging. And the Blue Devils are going to go back to Durham with a 83-69 win. And with that, that is a Blue Devil winner as Duke moves to 14-4, 5-2 in the ACC. Couple back in the loss column from North Carolina. Terrific ACC network crew tonight.